you get to drive a semi-truck, you get to drive a semi-truck, everybody gets to drive. Okay, not everybody, but I'm gonna tell you how we could together drive a Tesla semi-truck around the racetrack, maybe in the near future. That's in just 1 second, but you know, a humble brag. I don't do those very often, but look, I already got behind the wheel of a semi-truck a few months ago. Look how happy I am. It's like my birthday or something like that. Okay, that was a cool experience when they just released it, unveiled it in California last year. But as you know, last night, Tesla Referral Program was supposed to end. And the referral program was, you know, I've never been a huge fan of their Tesla Referral Program because there's the prices were all kind of different tiers and stuff like that. But the free supercharging was supposed to end. But guess what? This morning we all woke up to the news that they haven't extended their referral program, and they actually made it a little more confusing, like it wasn't already before. Now, the biggest news that are coming out of this is now you can actually get to win to drive in a semi-truck around the racetrack at Tesla's headquarters in Los Angeles. No, in Tesla's Los Angeles design studio, headquarters in Palo Alto. But you can do it. Now, I believe you need to have either 20 referrals or, and this is what I'm inviting all of you guys to do, is there's in the description of this video, there is a referral code that I have. If you click on it, it will ask you to sign up with their newsletters. And basically that's how they're going to keep track of entries to win the, I think they're going to pick each week a winner. So when you do it, you enter yourself and you enter me to do it. Obviously, if you win, that's great. If I win, that's even better because I'm going to share it with the entire community. Now, as you know, I haven't been pushing my referral code to anybody because I really kind of feel a little dirty to continuously pushing it to get a free roadster for me. But I have no problems pushing it so we can all have an experience if I go and do this and videotape it, that we can kind of do it together, right? And I'll probably live stream as well. So if you guys don't mind, go ahead and do that. Now, here's the thing. The referral program, now I'm a little surprised, I have to say, because don't forget, there's already a lot of over 250,000 Teslas around the world, and they pretty much all are getting the supercharging. Now, by the way, I made a mistake yesterday when I was saying that every Tesla Model S and Model X has the unlimited supercharger for life of the car. That's actually not true. Last year, when they updated it in January 15th, so about a year ago, they actually made it that when you use the referral code, you get the free supercharging, but it's only for the life of the ownership, of your ownership of that car. If you sell that car, that ends. So I just wanted to make a correction. Now, there are already lines many times at the supercharging stations, you know, especially here in California, in some busy locations in Europe. So I thought there's no way they were going to continue doing this free supercharging because, you know, Model 3 is coming in, you know, but they're doing it. They actually extended it for 3 more months. The rewards are the same, though. If you already earned some of those or all of those rewards, like I did, the first 5 at least, there's nothing for you to do. Now, and this is where it gets complicated. So your next referral, regardless, gets you and a person that you referred $500 in credits with Tesla, like they used to do actually for all referrals. They used to have 1,000. That's where I used to like the referral program. And then on top of that, this newsletter thing and the and of course the semi-truck driving thing, which is cool, but you have to also understand, like for example, if you get first 2 referrals, you get a choice of either getting that pretty cool toy Model S car, or you get the wall charger, which makes no sense because one is like $500, another one is $3,000. So you're kind of giving people a choice that are not really a choice, not a, you know. Before that, it was just the toy car. So those of us who don't have kids kind of went, what are we going to do with it? So that was kind of weird. Also, so if you refer one person to them, you don't get anything until you get a second one or third one. So now the tiers are very weird. I'm just kind of weirded out by this. I think they can do a better job. Before that, it used to be much simpler. But I am surprised they've extended it to they've extended the free supercharging thing, because that was definitely something I thought they would cut out by now. Okay, so yeah, so if you guys don't mind, let's do that and see if we can win the experience. If not, you know, I'll try to cover it one way or another, of course. And by the way, let me remind you really quick that the sponsor of this channel and of this video is MNX, the aftermarket accessories for Tesla. And if you want to have your own discount code, if you're shopping there, they've created one specifically for our community here. You can grab it in the description of this video as well. All right, so let me know in the chat room and in the description of this, what you do in replies or comments when this video is in replay. If you like the new program, if you were frustrated with the previous program, do you like this price, or do you think it could be useless if you don't really care for semi-trucks or whatever? Let me know about that. Just like I said, I think it's a little too complicated. I literally had to spend all morning trying to read it. It's not very clear what they mean by the winner, and the 20 referral thing is kind of also hidden. It's not really there on the website. Of course, you know, in general, I think a lot of people are misusing it. I know some of the YouTubers are actually requiring you to give them their personal information to get their code. The whole thing is a mess, I think, but it is what it is. They've extended it 3 more months. We'll see what happens after that. Oh, speaking of Tesla, Tesla is raising more money. Yeah, about $500 million more. I'm a little surprised that they just did, you know, that a few months ago. Now they're doing it again. Now they're selling securities that are going to be backed by their leases for the Model S and Model X, which you would think even more reason to start leasing the Model 3, but they're not doing that right now. A good question from Derek in the chat room. Did you say which models are covered for this referral program? No Model 3, right? Yeah, so Model 3 is out of the question. So what are they doing? They just extended the program and added a couple of prizes, but this program has always been just for the Model S and Model X, definitely not for the Model 3. That would be crazy. I think this is already crazy. Anyway, so they're raising more money. It looks like there's already a line out of the door. As you know, the stock is doing great. You know, it was about 350 at this point. So if anybody ever questioned about Tesla, you know, running out of money, going bankrupt because of this Model 3 expansion, look, every time Elon Musk needs more money, he just needs to say, can I have some more money, please? And people just run to him. So, and I mean, these are backed by leases, so that's actually not a bad deal at all. So I'm not surprised. By the way, guys, I'm still releasing videos from the CES visit that I've had a couple of weeks ago. I think that I've got total of like 12 videos, but this is one of the last ones. And this one is about this Chinese company that's actually selling this car in China right now. It's been called a Tesla clone, though I'm not really sure if that's really, but they used a lot of their designs and patent from what I understand. And they really didn't want to talk to me at a CES. They were actually kind of hiding, literally. So watch my report. It's going live tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Chopong Motors. See, I can't even pronounce it. Even their name is not catered for the American market. So yeah, very weird story, but check it out tonight. And another story that's coming out of California. California now released the numbers of the self-driving miles that all of the cars have, all of the manufacturers have logged in California. And Waymo is still number one. They, I believe it's 350,000 miles or so that they've logged, which is down by almost half from the previous year. But that's because they've expanded and mainly do their driving in Phoenix and 6 other areas, including the Atlanta, Georgia, that's coming up now. I believe they also ordered a fleet of like 500 more of these cars because they're like Chrysler Pacifica, I believe, retrofitted cars. So they're really expanding, but they had a competition this time around from the GM's Cruise Automation, which is a Chevy Bolt retrofitted with self-driving, and I think they've logged 150,000 miles as well. The data shows that the accidents and when the driver has to take over the controls are now more and more apart, which is obviously good news, something that was expected. But guess, and the rest of the companies haven't logged much, not the Apple, but guess who hasn't logged anything? No miles in California, and that's Tesla. And it goes back to our conversation about Tesla falling, you know, behind in this whole self-driving technology race. So that's basically, you know, we'll see. But this is an indication that things are definitely moving in the right direction. Hopefully Tesla can catch up. Andreas in the chat room says, speaking of raising money, did you buy a flamethrower? No, I did not buy a flamethrower. First of all, to me, it's kudos to those who bought it. It's just not for me. I know Boring Company to me is a bit of a separate thing from electric cars and everything. That's why I wasn't really covering it. But yes, Elon Musk raised more money through just selling, you know, hats, and now he sold a bunch of flamethrowers. That's kind of cool, but I think it's one of those $500 toys that you use for the first 2 hours, like a kid running around. There's a video of Elon Musk doing that, and it sits in the corner for the rest of your life. So I passed. I believe it does come with a fire extinguisher, so that's good. Cool Garbo says, Alex, you seem negative on the referral program. However, it has helped us sell over 1 billion in car sales. I don't think those people who use the referral code would not have bought a Tesla without it. Come on, let's face it. They're buying a $80, $90, $100,000 car. This extra $1,000 is not going to make that big of a difference. Let's face it. I think referral program has always been to reward those who are referring rather than people who are buying it or even Tesla themselves. So I don't believe it's really for even their benefit. But I'm just saying it's confusing and it makes no sense. I'm just telling you, when you have a choice of 2 gifts or 2 rewards and one of them is like 5 times more expensive, not really sure. And by the way, for those people who, let's say, live far away and can't fly to a Tesla event, or that costs them an extra $2,000, $3,000, well, that's not really a price they want to claim, even though that's a top price in the first tier, which makes it a little unfair because you've earned this and you pretty much get nothing because you can't even afford it, or maybe you're just not that interested, or maybe you can't take 3 or 4 days off of your schedule because, you know, it was on Thursday, the event, and usually they are. So yeah, I'm not a big fan. I was a fan of the referral program when it was $1,000 for the referral, $1,000 for the person getting the car, and we're all good. So I know you got some legal scrutiny, but nevertheless, yeah, I feel it's too confusing. Even if you go right now on their website and read it, I guarantee you will be confused about some rules. And I don't like how they police it. Actually, how they don't police it. Anyway, but it is what it is. I'm just not a fan. And those of you who are participating, by all means, it's you do get stuff for it. And by the way, don't forget, I'm participating now. Go ahead and subscribe with their newsletter so we can get it going. Johnny B in the chat room says a shorter guy at work had their hair like Alex. All you could see of him over the cubicles walls was his hair. We call him the shark. Interesting. Well, I do like my hair, by the way, something you probably didn't know, but I used to own a hair salon. I'm not a hairstylist, but I used to own one because I love fashion. My other YouTube channel is about fashion, actually. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, guys. We got well, first of all, let me thank my Patreons once again. Thank you guys for supporting my show. If you want to support the show and get some exclusive footage and behind the scene footage, you can see that also in the description of this video. Description of this video's got a lot of stuff going on this time around, guys, so check it out. All right, let's move on to the comment of the day, and it comes from Gene, one of the favorites in the chat room, one of the regulars in the chat room. He says Tesla has to find the right balance of their reveal date, talking about Model Y, because Tesla, some of the information, I guess, got leaked from unconfirmed sources that they're targeting March 1st, 2020 for the production start, I believe, of those. Too soon, and everybody is upset, and it takes 2 years to fill orders, reservations, too late, and they lose potential market share to the new products from Kia, BMW, and so forth. And yes, of course, we're talking about the Kia Niro EV that's got over 200-mile range, and they're going to be on sale pretty much by the end of this year here in the United States. So that's pretty much a good, very probably #1 competitor for the upcoming Model Y. And yes, I kind of agree with Gene. I really hope that Tesla thinks really well, really, you know, thinks this through when they're going to announce the production dates, because once again, if they miss it, there's going to be more, you know, negative news and so forth, and we want them to keep a promise once, but at the same time we want it to be at some point soon where people can start buying them. Now don't forget, it's going to be based on the Model 3, so that shouldn't take as long of a time as if they were doing it from scratch, but at the same time, as you know, the factory here in Fremont is completely full. So yeah, they have to build another factory before they can start making this car, which probably is going to be either in China or in Europe, because they already made some way on there. So, but yeah, that's a long way coming for them. And of course, Derek reminds everybody, and I appreciate that, to give this video a thumbs up, because this video will do much better with you guys supporting it. Thank you once again for doing that. All right, guys, again, let's get the semi-truck test drive together so we can have an experience, have it on tape. The link, the referral code link, is in the description of this video. Just put your email address there and we'll be all good. So a lot of exciting news today. I mean, there's just so many things going on. I'm just loving it. Just loving it. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow once again at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that's pretty much it. I will see you tomorrow, and remember to stay charged.